What up, word? It's your boy Sporty Black checking in again. Welcome back to Dog Talk Podcast, where we talk Georgia Bulldogs football. And today we're going to preview the Sugar Bowl between Georgia and Texas Longhorns. The SEC versus the Big 12. Now, this is the third year in a row Georgia will face a Big 12 school in the bowl game. The first year, it was TCU. We played them in the Independence Bowl. We beat them. Last year, we played Oklahoma in the Rose Bowl, a historic game, arguably one of the best football games, college football games of all times. Definitely in my top five. Georgia beat them. This year, we play Texas Longhorn, another team out of the Big 12. We will play them in the All-State Sugar Bowl in New Orleans, Louisiana. Now, looking at it on paper, Texas don't got a shot. This looked like a blowout in the making. But I kind of feel like it's going to be a competitive matchup, at least for the first 2.5 quarters. I predict Georgia to pull off maybe late third quarter and just put them away in the fourth quarter. But it could get interesting if Georgia comes out there sleepwalking and unmotivated. Then I could see Texas, trying their best to pull the upset. But I think the fact that this is one of the premier bowls, one of the biggest bowls on the New Year's Six slate of bowls. Actually, it's the primetime bowl matchup, which would be at like 8:45, would be the very last bowl game. And just the atmosphere and just the prestige of the Sugar Bowl, I think that will have, the guys motivated for the Bulldogs. So a motivated Georgia football team who's trying to finish the drill and show the world why they should have made the playoff. I think that's a very dangerous situation for the Longhorns, man. So for all you Texas fans out there, man, get ready for it, man, because y'all gonna see a brand of football that y'all ain't seen in quite some time. I can't remember the last time y'all played a team on the caliber of Georgia. When I say on that caliber, I mean from a physicality standpoint and with the number of elite athletes they will see for Georgia. Georgia will bring out, a ton of talent and, a lot of speed, but they're going to be so physical on the line of scrimmage from the offensive line and the defensive line. And I just don't think Texas is going to be able to hold up under that physicality for 4 quarters. Maybe 2.5 quarters, but 4 quarters, I just don't see it. I think Georgia's a double-digit favorite in this game. And if you're a bed man, you will take Georgia and give away the points because Georgia's going to beat Texas by at least 2 touchdowns. We haven't played Texas in quite some time. I think the last time we played them was somewhere in the 80s. We ended up playing them in like the Cotton Bowl. I think we won 10-9. Of course we won, because there's one thing about Georgia. And people, a lot of my friends and family, they want to give me a hard time for being such a big Georgia fan because a lot of those people I'm speaking on, they're bandwagon jumpers. They like whoever winning at the time, So I don't really pay them no mind, but they want to know why I'm such a big Georgia fan. But what they got to realize about Georgia, because they clown me because we haven't won a natty since 1980. But like I try to tell people is this. Georgia's one of the best 5 programs in all of college football. Regardless of however many national championships we got. That's not all what it's about when you talk about college football. College football was made up on the bowl seasons. So when you're speaking of bowl wins and just being in the bowl game, Georgia, I think this is like our 55th bowl that we made it to. That's second all time, and I think we got like 32 bowl victories. That's third all time out of all the colleges in America. They've been playing football for however many years. Georgia have been to more bowl games than everybody except one other team. And then we got more bowl victories than everybody except for 2 other teams. So that's a big deal right there, right? And that's just what it is. We go to a bowl every year. And we pretty much win. And it's gonna be no different come January the 1st. We go come out there and we're going to put that thing on Texas. We're going to show them how we really get out because we still mad. We got a chip on our shoulder. And I just don't think Texas can match up with us. Now, Big 12, stereotypically, they don't play a lot of defense out there in that conference. But Texas is the one team out there with deception, maybe TCU, I guess, that play a little defense. They got a decent defense. Shout out to the coach Tom Herman for that. But I don't think that defense has seen a team as balanced as Georgia, who can run the ball between the tackles, who can run the ball on the outside, and who can also pass the ball. Short intermediate routes, and also stretch the field with the deep pass. And so they gonna have their handful trying to slow us down. And then on the defensive side of the ball, what his name is, Ellinger, whatever their quarterback name is, all that trying to run and all that, we ain't going for none of it. Yeah, we gonna break him off. Yeah, ask Tua about it. We gonna break him all the way off. So yeah, all you Longhorn fans out there, get ready for it, man. Cause we finna put that thing on y'all, man. I'm sorry that we gotta do y'all like this, but really, it's just y'all just a victim of circumstances, and y'all just gonna be a casualty of war. Me personally, I don't think it's an even matchup. I don't even see how we playing you guys. They did y'all a favor. But I felt like Georgia should have played a team such as UCF, maybe Central Florida. And I think that would have been a better matchup, because I feel like UCF is legit, and I hate that they keep, getting left out on some of these big bowl opportunities. But UCF will play LSU, and I think UCF will beat LSU. I think they will. LSU got like a couple of their best defensive players. They go sit out the game because they scared that they go get hurt. They don't want to hurt their draft chances or whatnot. And that's one thing that's a trend that's going on in college football that I just don't like that trend. These players sitting out these bowl games, man. I understand where they're coming from. I understand the logic and the reasoning behind why they sitting out. They don't want to risk getting hurt. But if you really good, man, they go draft you anyway. You got to look at Todd Gurley. He got drafted out of Georgia as a running back in the first round, and he had a tore ACL and still got drafted because them people knew, they seen the talent. They were like, this dude, he too good to pass up whether he hurt or not. And that's just what it is. But I'm sure now if some people get hurt, that would hurt their draft stock. But then what people got to realize, some of these guys, they got these type of projections, but they don't necessarily mean they're going to go where they're projected to go. Sometimes guys go up and down the draft board based on, postseason play, and as well as the workouts at the end, like the pro days for the school and the combine and all these different type of workouts. When teams really get to look at these players, you got players who maybe were projected to be fourth and fifth rounders. They creep on up to the first and second round just because of the great workouts and stuff they did. And some of these big time bowl games, like the Sugar Bowl I speak on, they're going to be so heavily televised that can be a great resume builder. If you come out and play a great game in the bowl, with a lot of eyes watching you, a lot of scouts watching you, that can help your stock soar, But that's just my opinion on it, you know what I mean? But for everybody, each his own, I kind of understand. But just getting back on topic with the game, Georgia versus Texas. Texas, they got a decent team. I feel like Texas by maybe a year away. I think now next year, Texas will really be a contender to, contend for a Big 12 title and possibly a playoff berth, because I feel like, Tom Herman is beginning to get the kind of players, the caliber of players that he would like to have in his system. And I feel like once he get those players that he really want, I think Texas is going to be all right, because I really think Tom Herman is a good coach. I got to give him credit right there. Offensively, Texas, they kind of balance. They do a pretty good job of running and passing. And the receivers that they got on the outside, oh man, they got some really big guys like 6'3", 6'4". So Georgia will be, challenged. The secondary will be challenged to try to, slow down these big receivers that Texas has. But that front seven of Georgia is so nasty. I feel like we're gonna be able to get pressure on the quarterback, and I feel like our secondary is pretty solid. I think we got a solid secondary. So yeah, I feel like we're gonna slow Texas down. I think Texas will score anywhere from 17 to maybe 24 points. So I'm gonna give Texas 20, and I think Georgia will score anywhere from 34 to 48 points. So I'm gonna say 41. So it's gonna be 41 to 20 Georgia. We're gonna beat them by 3 touchdowns. That's my prediction. Y'all jump in the comment section and tell me what y'all predictions are. And one other thing, it's an interesting topic along a lot of the Georgia blog sites amongst fans. There's a lot of people that's saying that they don't think Kirby Smart should let Justin Fields play in the Sugar Bowl, all because he's leaning towards transferring out of the program. They saying he shouldn't play because he's not committed, totally committed to the team and the G. But me personally, of course he's going to play. Kirby Smart already has addressed that. But my opinion on that would be this: the fact that the young man, went through the spring with the team, went through the summer workouts, went through the fall camp, winter, everything, from start to finish, and now at the last game. I think that in itself earned him the right to play. But also, when you look at it from a totality standpoint, the main thing is beating Texas. And if you got Jake Fromm as the starter, Justin Field as a backup is a better option than whoever else is third string. I don't even know our third string dude's name. I can't even think of it. So if Jake Fromm gets hurt, would you risk, losing the Sugar Bowl just to send a message? No. You got to go with your best players, because for all Kirby Smart knows, Justin Field could change his mind and stay at Georgia. So until he's officially transferred, long he's still coming to practice, and putting on that G, then yeah, let him go out there and play. Because, the object is to win the game. And you win the game by playing your best players. So I don't have no problem with him playing. But that's a good topic to comment on. So any of you guys out there, you let me know whether or not you think Justin Fields should or should not be allowed to play in the Sugar Bowl. But make sure you let me know why or why not when you drop your comments. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that sub button. I'm trying my best to get 5,000 subscribers. I'm not that far from it, but I need y'all help, man. So y'all help a brother out, man. Other than that, that's about all I got. But once again, like I said, Georgia 41, Texas 20. If you're a betting man, bet with Georgia and give away the points, because we're going to beat Texas down. They are not going to be able to stand up under that running attack we got. By late in the third quarter, it's going to be over with. We're going to run it down their back. There ain't nothing they can do to stop it. Go Dogs.